Another app is using the Max Hardware Accelerated Video Encoder. This may affect Ecamm's live ability. Quit all other apps that may be encoding video. What? The only other app would be Skype.
That's great. Now you're both frozen.
Okay. Okay. Hey, wait, we're live. But oh my gosh.
Hey,
I'm not sure what's going on. We're frozen. We're having all kinds of technical difficulties right now. Who knows what people have heard me say?
We kept it clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We kept it clean.
Oh, and I'm moving the middle of the Magic Travel logo around, and it just went on top of Bridget's face.
I can see that over here on the side. This is cracking me up.
Okay, guys, I think we may be good. I hope that we're going live. I think that I did an update on my computer. I'm just going to be honest with you, and I think it may have messed things up. So just give us a heart, a thumbs up, a wave, whatever when you come on. And I'm going to pull this up here on...
oh. Yeah, we're up. I'm looking at it.
Awesome. Oh, I thought I muted myself. There we go. Hey, Aaron. Thanks, guys, for joining in. Make sure you share out. Yay, Ashley's watching. Woohoo. All right. So make sure you share out and let everybody know that we are on live. We're going to go through this really quick because we've got a lot to do tonight, but I'm super, super excited to have two other people from Middle of the Magic Travel with us this evening. And, of course, I want to start off and I want to introduce Tracy Elswick, who is the owner of Middle of the Magic Travel. And then we also have Bridget, who is an agent with Middle of the Magic Travel, and we're going to get into a little bit more about what they love about Disney. But first, let's talk about a bit of Disney news. And ladies, please tell me what your reactions and thoughts are on this, because I definitely have some thoughts about one of these pieces of news. So first, tomorrow is the day that we can begin booking the Ultimate Disney Christmas Experience at Walt Disney World. I believe it goes from the December 17th to the 22nd, and it has all kinds of special features with it. You get to go to an evening event, I believe it is. It's in the evening with Toy Story Land. All kind of access to that. The Christmas party, which in my opinion totally trumps the Halloween party. Extra Magic Hour access to some attractions at Animal Kingdom. They're kind of vague on that. It makes me kind of wonder what that actually means. In the New World of Disney, you get early access into that before it opens up to the public. Plus,
cool.
Yeah, I know. I love the new look of what I've seen. I haven't seen it completely open yet. And then, of course, so you get to do the Christmas tree experience over at Disney Springs.
Very fun.
Disney at Christmas is amazing, all those decorations. And the last evening, an exclusive holiday-themed buffet at Epcot. So I think that's a really great day. Yeah.
That's very limited, I'm positive. If you want to do this, jump on that. You should be contacting your travel planner tonight.
Yep.
And getting in your request a quote so they know in the morning. So there's no room for disappointment, right?
Yes, and tonight's show is about rookie mistakes to Disney, and I actually have already been calling, and I tried to call and get a quote for this. I'm like, why can't you give me a quote? I know I can't book it, but why can't you give me a quote?
You know I'm extra magical.
But they're not even giving us quotes for this, so it's good to know. Contact them tonight. Contact them as soon as you hear this, because it is super limited. It does come with a 4-day Park Hopper Pass, which I think is pretty cool. And from what I'm reading, they're talking about moderate and deluxe resorts only. I'm not sure if that's going to stick. I don't know if it'll also be for value resorts too. So anyway, that's kind of the top of the news. And then we also have a Disney resort that is going to be opening up in 2020. It's considered a DVC resort, but as we all know, these DVC resorts are open to us also. And I'm really excited about its location. It's in between the Wilderness Lodge and Fort Wilderness, and this is kind of like where my heart sits at Disney.
So that's where the old River Country was? Is that correct?
That is correct.
So no more seeing the wreckage of River Country, people. Sorry, it's going to be gone.
I do hope they keep they kind of had like the lights of the old walkway that you
I
could see.
I know. Please keep that. Please incorporate that with
Nostalgic.
your, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited. You know,
You've taken too much lately. Leave the lights.
that's the truth. I have actually known that they were going to build something over there for quite some time. Being a part of the Disney Fort Wilderness community online, there's been plans that have come out. I mean, we're talking like 7-8 years ago, things that have been talked about. And of course, all of us Fort Wilderness people were hoping for a camping DVC resort. But of course, Disney's not going to do that for us. But I'm really excited. It's going to be nature themed. I think it's going to be really cool. Are you guys excited? Hey, Nikki, thanks for watching.
Super excited. Hey, Crystal.
Cool. All kinds of people in watching us tonight. Yeah, I'm excited. Now, I have this thing, and this sort of popped in my head, and you guys can tell me what you think. This is so completely only in my brain, okay? We're getting this new resort in between Fort Wilderness and Wilderness Lodge. We've got these new, like, 900 rooms or something that's coming to Caribbean Beach. And then we also have all these additional rooms that are coming over to Coronado Springs with these towers that they're building. And I keep thinking, all these extra people, I'm like, where are they going to go, right? I'm hoping for some more Disney. You never know.
I've read somewhere or was told, like, if every resort on property is full, that only makes the parks, like, I want to say it was either 40 or 60% full.
No way.
So yeah. I was told that. I think it may have been by my district sales manager at one time, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, there's so much room for growth there. And then we could kind of bridge the gap and keep people on site, because we all know that staying on site equals a very much more magical experience.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, so hopefully we can get more people on site and with these extra resorts.
Well, that just totally, like, it kind of took that in my brain and made that clear. I had no idea that
we need it for Star Wars Land. We need extra hotels. Get those quick.
That's the truth. That is the truth.
Yeah, and I think we also forget that we're in phase 1 of the Skyliner too. So, I mean, they're going to end up extending that Skyliner.
Right.
So, I mean, there's no telling what we'll end up with when they're done.
That's true. It's just true. Disney's always getting bigger and better. You can't beat Disney. And then the other last thing I had in news is just anybody who drives to Disney. That would be me. I drive to Disney. Of course, Tracy drives to Disney because she's located in the heart of Disney. But I take the 429 and the Western Express, or whatever it's called. It's part of the toll roads. And it's one of my favorite ways to come in. I remember when I discovered it, because you can sort of see hints of Disney way off, and the traffic is, there's hardly any traffic.
Right.
But I've noticed the past couple of times they've been building out in those fields, and Disney is building a large solar farm. Now, you may already know that there is solar panels on Disney property. They're kind of famous. They're in the shape of a Mickey head. And apparently they give out about 5 megawatts of power. This new solar farm is going to put out 50 megawatts of power. So I think it's really cool. I think personally it goes along with Walt's dream and being a conservationist. And it's just nice to see the Disney company living that out personally.
Rita, we actually saw those yesterday.
Oh, did
My
you?
husband and I. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool.
He's a big environmentalist, so he got super excited when he saw the panels. Yeah.
Well, they were when we left a couple of weeks ago. They hadn't got the panels up yet, but they've had pretty much everything else up. So I'm very
well. They're getting some of the panels up. They're not. You know what I mean? Like they've got some of them up, but you can see the progress. Very cool.
Crystal says 12-hour drive. That's awesome, Crystal. I'm a 9-hour drive, 9.5
Can't wait to see you, Crystal.
That's awesome.
She's a great client and friend of mine. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so we're going to get into a little bit more of an introduction of Tracy and Bridget here. I'm going to start with, for the next several weeks, as long as I'm on, and I'm willing and able to be here, barring any technical difficulties or illnesses. I'm going to have some agents on so you guys can get to meet some of our Middle of the Magic Travel agents. As you guys all know, we are sponsored by Middle of the Magic Travel. Thank you, Tracy. And we're always very transparent that Henry and I are part of that agency. But I wanted Tracy to come on tonight just to give a little bit of background knowledge of where Middle of the Magic Travel comes from and sorry, Henry's calling me actually. Where Middle of the Magic Travel comes from.
Doesn't he know you're on right now? I mean,
he should. Sometimes I wonder if he's trying to tell me things, but I'm like, just text it to me, man. Anyway, so nope, he's not texting me or anything. So I just kind of wanted Tracy to come on and tell us a little bit about how Middle of the Magic Travel got started. And go ahead, Tracy.
Wow. Okay. Middle of the Magic Travel is now officially 6 years old, in September the 21st, actually. So, I began Middle of the Magic when I moved here to Orlando 6 years ago. And my mission has always been one thing, to plan and create magical vacations for each and every single client, no matter how much money they spend, no matter where they stay on property, and to create these memories that last for years and years to come. And when somebody says, why do you do what you do? I like to create magical memories for people. And we treat each and every one of our clients like they're a part of the Middle of the Magic family. It's never been about money or personal gain. It's always been about sharing my love for Disney. And I believe the agents feel the same way, and sharing their love with Disney with others. And, we get rewarded by every time we get a text or a photo or a testimonial. It just creates, just magic in our hearts, because we're accomplishing exactly what the agency was based on. And it's just like creating memories for people. And we do all that fee-free. Oh. So we'll never charge, as long as we get paid through the Walt Disney Travel Company, we'll never pass that charge on to you.
Absolutely. And I know, I'm just going to say this right now, people hear fee-free, and I don't think that I think maybe they think, well, nothing's free. And that's true. Nothing in life really is free.
Right.
But using a travel planner from Middle of the Magic Travel truly is free. And I always like to say Disney takes care of us so we can take care of you. It doesn't cost you any different to use a travel planner, ever. It's the exact same.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to go off. I'm going to leave that with just there. And I want to introduce Bridget, who is also a travel planner with Middle of the Magic Travel. And she loves all things Disney, like the rest of us. But Bridget has something a little bit special about her family. She is married to a former cast member. So, Bridget, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself? And how long was your husband, how long do you work for Disney?
Oh my gosh, let's see. Christopher went to the University of Central Florida for his master's, and he actually worked for Disney in the college program first. And then it's hard to keep up. and then he was there for, I can't remember what year he was there, but he went and did seasonal. And actually, right before we met 7 years ago this past weekend, a month before, he gave up his seasonal status. So he'd been with Disney for, oh my gosh, 4 or 5 years seasonal.
Oh, wow.
But he also worked for Universal, y'all. So, for a while. So we've got, yeah, we do that too. So, it's kind of I kind of get the perks of both sides. So, but I live in Texas. I've lived in Texas my entire life. And, y'all, the first time I saw the castle, I was in high school, and I went with my high school dance team, and a couple of my friends that I had in high school, we actually got down in front of the castle, and we were going, we're not worthy. And these, these people from China thought we were kind of cool, so they took our photos. And so I'm not sure if my face is somewhere on some billboard in China now. Everybody has a different experience when they go to Disney, and that's what I love about being able to create magic for people, is having those moments that you never forget. Moments that, like Tracy said, they send you photos, they send you just little moments, and I love spreading joy in everything that I do, from putting these huge package that costs so much, for these people that want to do it that way, to the littlest, value resort hotel.
Exactly.
We treat people no matter what price bracket they are in. We treat them all the same way, and they get the same level of concierge service.
Which
and
is
that's
exactly what Walt would do. I just have to say that.
Absolutely.
That is exactly. I think our business is basically built on the philosophies of Walt Disney too. We're always reminding each other, like when, with Walt quotes. And I think he's the one that just keeps us motivated and keeps us moving forward, right?
Yep.
Absolutely. Hey, Sherry.
I love that everybody's on. Thank you guys so much for joining us so far. We've just kind of been introducing ourselves and talking about our love for Disney and Middle of the Magic travel. So before we get into our topic, which we will get to really fast, I'm going to do what I call my Disney Psych test. And I'm very excited about this. And those of you who are watching, please feel free to comment in on this. Okay, I'm going to do a series of questions, and in this series of questions, you have to tell your answer the first thing that pops in your mind. So when I ask the question, I'll just start with Tracy, and then we'll go to Bridget.
The pressure.
I know.
So you got it, and I know some of these questions are going to be hard for us, or for you guys. I'm not going to answer them. Because there's you can put some of these questions into different categories, but just really the first thing that pops into your mind, and I may throw in my 2 cents here and there. So again, those of you who are listening, we want to hear what you think too. So here is the first question for your Disney psych test. Favorite resort?
Wilderness Lodge.
Art of Animation.
That has become one of my favorites. Art of Animation for sure. One I haven't stayed at yet that's my favorite is the Polynesian. Okay, next. Favorite attraction?
It's a Small World.
I know that.
Splash Mountain.
Is that because your husband worked on Splash Mountain?
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah says the boardwalk is her favorite resort.
Oh, excellent choice, Sarah. Excellent choice.
You can't go wrong with
Can you really go wrong? Come on.
No.
You can't go
I
wrong.
want to stay at the beach club sometime too.
Oh, go at Christmas time so you could see the gingerbread carousel.
I've seen it, and I found all the hidden Mickeys last year. Oh, so good. So much
Hashtag
fun.
girls trip, just saying. Okay.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I may bring a few extra girls with me. But
Hey, man, the more the merrier. Help me find those hidden Mickeys.
Oh, goodness. So Sarah said her favorite attraction is Spaceship Earth. Very interesting, Sarah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sad right now. Oh,
Laurie loves that
Spaceship
one
Earth.
too. Laurie loves that one too.
Yeah, it's a great.
Ooh, Nicole said Wilderness Lodge.
Yay!
I'm going to tell you something, Disney confession. When I walk into Wilderness Lodge, it takes my breath away more than any other resort on Disney property.
Hands down. And at Christmas time, it's just an extra. It's like plussing, like Walt would say. It's extra. It's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? Here comes the next one, guys. Favorite show?
Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
Tracy, I thought you were going to say Frozen. Oh my gosh.
Miguel's.
Yeah, Miguel's. Guys, oh my gosh, my favorite show? Gosh, this is hard. Oh my gosh.
Sherry says Lion King.
Okay.
Lion King.
I was going to say Lion King.
Second show, Lion King.
Yeah, Lion King. Sherry said Lion King. Scott said Lion King.
Okay.
So excited for Beauty and the Beast. Like, you could just see him. Like, he's so excited and just can't wait for it to come on. Oh, I love it.
Well, I have to say that the Frozen sing-along is actually my favorite show.
Have you seen the holiday edition to that?
Yes, I have.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I did this Frozen sing-along yesterday. Yay!
Oh, Nicole. Okay, so Nicole said the Frozen at the Hyperion Theater.
Oh
Yes.
my God, did you see that, Rita?
Yeah, well, they had technical difficulties, so I didn't get to see the entire show. And
Wow, that's amazing.
yeah, Broadway quality, hands down.
Yeah. Before that, it was Aladdin, and Aladdin was amazing too. But you know, it's Frozen. Come on. Like, you know.
You have to wonder if maybe they're not testing out some things for New York theater in that building.
You know what? It's to that quality.
Yes.
It's to that quality. Yeah, for sure.
All right, this is a tough one. Favorite park?
We're supposed to say Magic Kingdom, right? Because that's where it's all began. But I'm going to say Magic Kingdom in Disneyland would be my favorite park.
Yes.
And you're probably with me, right?
Yes.
Okay, I knew it.
I like Epcot.
Oh, that'll be our second choice.
Yes, it really is. I'm more nostalgic with Epcot. It's more about the Epcot of my childhood. I still love Epcot for the festivals and things like that. And I think as it changes, and I'm hoping that, what's his name? I can't think of his name. Scott Fitzgerald. Anyway, the Imagineer who's in charge of all this, who was an original Imagineer with Epcot. I hope he does it justice. Okay, we're moving on to food. Last two questions.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Sherry says she grew up at Disneyland, so that's her favorite.
Oh,
Sherry. Jealous.
Yes, I love Disneyland.
Yes.
Way to go, Sherry.
And I love that Scott just put in Epcot in all capital letters because he knows what it means.
Yeah. Hey, Heather. Heather B's on.
Hey, Heather.
All right. This one's, y'all are gonna die at my answer.
MSPM family reunion here.
That's right. That's right. All right. Favorite table service.
Ooh.
Ohana.
Guys, I like the 50s theme, and like I said, I want to stay at the beach club, so Beaches and Cream is one of my favorite.
Okay, so mine's really kind of off the wall and odd, and Heather B, you will totally get this. Right now it's Grand Floridian Cafe because they have the best Eggs Benedict ever.
Mm.
So that's just where I'm
That's
at.
a real hidden gem, though, Rita. You know, the Grand Floridian Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
You could usually always get a reservation there.
Yep.
Right? I mean, it's situated in the most beautiful hotel on property.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, total win-win. It's great.
Yeah, anybody
I just
go ahead, sorry.
Prices are decent. Prices are decent, right?
Oh, yeah.
I just figured people ate at the Grand Floridian, so then they got free parking before they went into the,
Oh.
They've cracked down on that. You can't do that anymore.
Really?
Yeah. No, they've gone a little bit more. Anyway, all right. So last question: favorite quick service.
Probably, I think Beauty and the quick serve Beauty and the Beast is actually, Be Our Guest.
Our guest.
Good lunch.
For lunch. I like the lunch there.
Yes.
Tokyo's is a really good meal. You like Tokyo's lately? Have you ever had the chicken parmesan? Holy cow, it's really, really good.
The roast beef's amazing, and with that little Dijon sauce. Oh.
And then what about the Pizzafari dinner? Like the Pizzafari dinner?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty awesome. I mean, don't make me pick one. Come on. Like, no.
Well, mine's Satuli Canteen.
Oh, that's what I was going to say, too. And then you got
the backlot tour is pretty good, too. I like the backlot because they have the themed Star Wars meals.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they have the Darth Vader waffles and chicken.
Yeah.
Like, Christopher loves the Darth Vader. We have to, every time we're at Hollywood Studios, he has to go get that. I mean, it's just, yeah.
And then if you're talking, like, resort quick service, I think that Art of Animation has one of the best food courts on property.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times we're at Pop Century, and we will take that bridge across and go, oh my gosh.
Stephanie McKenzie, one of her favorite quick services is Art of Animation, too. I love the glass. I love to be able to eat with real silverware and glass plates. It smells nice.
Now, I've on several occasions, I've gone over to Port Orleans Riverside for dinner at theirs. Last trip that I was on with Heather and Heather, we also walked over to the French Quarters quick service to get the beignets.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. I totally
And they have gluten-free ones, too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes, they
Straight
do.
to the Heathers, yeah.
And they also make them now with alcohol, too.
Oh, drunken beignets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
More French Quarter-like, I'm sure.
Yes. Scott says Earl of Sandwich, which that one's really good.
That's
Earl
like a
Sandwich
given.
Delicious, yeah.
Sunshine Season.
Those lines at Earl Sandwich sometimes. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everybody tells me the fish is really good at sunshine seasons. I've had several people tell me that.
I like the salmon there. They've got
Yeah,
really good salmon there. Yeah.
I've eaten
It's
so
got
many
like
meals
that
there.
wood kind of smoked flavor. It's good. Yeah. And then, you know what? The one thing that I think of about that is you can get free refills. I love free refills because I can drink like my weight in Diet Coke. So
Oh yeah, that's the way it is at Backlot Tour too.
refill. And also the electric umbrella at Epcot has the refills too.
That's cool.
That's a big thing for people. You know what I mean? They're thirsty. They've been in the parks all
Oh,
day.
heck yeah.
They're about to get more than one little drink. Yeah.
Especially when they're $3.99 a cup. Heather says, Cooks of Dublin, yes.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Yeah. As a local, I love that place, Heather. Really good.
As a local, do you go over to Disney Springs and eat?
All the time.
Cool.
All the time. And you think it's expensive, but you just have to, you know, a lot of places take AP discount. The Blaze is really inexpensive because you could split a pizza.
Okay.
We love a deluxe burger, again, big enough for two people to split. Yeah, and the Cooks of Dublin is great. And, you know, just walk around and that's where we do our shopping, right? Because we wear all Disney clothes, so what's it matter?
Yeah.
They got an
I
Under
love-
Armour for the boys' shorts, and they've got Disney everything. I mean, the baby girl just stays in princess outfits all the time.
I'll tell you, yeah.
It didn't look like a weirdo, but yeah. I mean,
We ate at Persardo 37 the night before we...
that's a real good meal, too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, somebody from Texas, the Mexican food there is legit. Like, it's actually, I mean, it's pretty good. You know, as somebody who's grown up going to Mexico a lot, and, you know, it's pretty legit if you're looking for food that, yeah, I was impressed.
Cool.
We had a press event there one time. They had like a press event when they had just reimagined Disney Springs. And we got invited, and one of the meals were there, and I was like, wow, this is really good. Their guac is on point. I'm telling you, really good.
So one last thing, Scott says Columbia Harbor House at the Magic Kingdom.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent, yeah.
I like it because it's got a good vegetarian option, and I will go ahead and state, as I always do, I'm not a vegetarian. I just like vegetarian food because Tracy's been with me. I've eaten a steak.
Yes, and a little cellier with her.
Yep.
That sounds good.
All right, so we are currently, how far are we into the show? About 30 minutes. And, hey, Stephanie, thanks for joining us. We are 30 minutes into the show, and we haven't gotten into our topic, so we're going to make this topic really fast. And I think it's a really important topic, though. And we are doing the top 5 rookie mistakes when you go to Disney.
God. Okay.
Yeah, and I know, listen.
I know number one.
Well, now there is one. Let's save number one to the very end. How about that? I know what number one is too. But I know when I'm walking through Disney, I think, oh, well, actually, I always think number one. You know, I know when we're all walking through Disney, we're all Disney experts, and we think, oh man, you overhear a conversation and you think, oh, they really should have just, you know, or whatever.
And then me, I peck on their shoulder and say, may I help you, please?
Yes, I will. Yeah, the buses.
You're shameless with that card.
All right, so let's go ahead and tell them the number one mistake.
Okay, who's going?
All right, are we going backwards to front, or are we starting with
Well, let Rita tell the number one mistake.
Number one mistake is not using a travel planner with Middle of the Magic Travel.
Exactly.
Ding, ding, ding.
And so I'm going to start with that, and I know that seems completely shameless, but it is not. And
shameless plug. But
the truth is all of the things that we're going to talk about are things that we would tell you as your travel planner. We are a concierge service. We will help you manage through all of the things that are so important to make your vacation magical. So when I go through these lists of things, these are things that I've made mistakes on myself, or I've watched people make when I'm in the parks.
Yes.
So anyway, oh, what do you see that's so funny?
She's holding up that business card again, probably.
All right, so we know that using a travel planner is not using a travel planner is the number.
Using a travel planner.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so let's go ahead and start in with other mistakes that we have seen, those that can be avoided when you do use a travel planner. Go ahead, Bridget, start with your first one.
All right, so my second one is thinking that you can do everything in one trip, meaning 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, and Disney Springs, and not planning to have a down day in between. And that's why you hire an agent.
Yeah, not having a down day I think is important. I'm marking off my list, by the way, anything that you say.
I am too. You're never going to see everything on one visit, no matter how long you stay. I've lived here for 6 years, and I'm still experiencing things.
Truth. I mean,
and I go on a weekly basis, and I'm still experiencing things.
But see, that's the great thing about Disney, though. Like we said before, we're constantly changing. And
yeah, Disney's always changing, too. So, yep. I mean, and that's why you would why you want to book somewhere that doesn't have that insight to Disney, I don't understand it. Because we are here, we are 10 minutes away, and if there's some breaking things going on, we're going to know about it. And we're not going to know about it by pictures or reading a blog. We're going to know about it by someone experiencing it. Because it's not only me that's here all the time. Our agents are here multiple times a year, and they bring back that knowledge to you. We hire people who go multiple times a year for that very reason.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. So what's your number?
I like to say we're Mickey's best. We have Mickey's best travel planners in the whole world. We've got excellent people that are going to take excellent care of you. I mean,
I'm slightly biased, but I tend to like all the people.
I do.
All right. So give me one of the mistakes that you see, Tracy, when you're walking around the parks.
People, they're just not planned well enough. I mean, I know that people want to leave some spontaneity into their trip, but when you hear people saying they don't want to do fast passes and they don't want to do dining, like, anywhere else on earth, you can maybe get away with that, but you can't get away with that at Walt Disney World. Mm-hmm. You have to have your fast passes set 60 days before travel, okay? Like, you run such a risk of getting Slinky Dog or Flight of Passage, even when you book 60 days out. If you have a shorter trip, you're not going to get it.
Yep.
So, don't have high expectations when you go in there and no fast passes. So that's why it's really important to make sure you have the fast passes that your family just deserves, to be honest with you. Like, you don't want to be without Mine Train. You may not always get a Flight of Passage, but we'll get you Navi River Journey. Or, you may not always get Slinky Dog Dash, but you'll get the Alien Swirling Saucers, and you'll also get the knowledge on how to get on the other rides.
Well, and that actually leads into what it sort of builds on what you're saying. You said not having a plan. You're right. You cannot go to Walt Disney World without a plan, and at least not maximize the magic for the money that you're paying. And having a plan of how to get onto these attractions if you can't get a fast pass for them, because like you said, Slinky Dog, Flight of Passage, those fast passes are hard to come by if you don't have a lengthy vacation. So not having a plan on how to get onto those attractions, and I'll be completely honest with you, and I know not everybody sits in this seat with me, but I am all about touring plans because my goodness, I've been using them since I was pregnant with Minnie, and they work. They work. They will keep you out of lines. They will tell you where to go. They're really a great addition to having a tour to your vacation. And of course, we do that as travel planners, is create those plans for you. So yeah, I would say not having a detailed plan for sure. All right, Bridget, go ahead. Give us another one.
I was going to say to kind of tie on to, because y'all just took like 3 and 4, but I thought about the magic hours. A lot of the times rookies do not utilize that extra magic hour when they get to stay on property or at a Good Neighbor. They don't realize that they have that magic hour. And that's where I think the touring plans also comes in.
Yes, absolutely. Stephanie says don't book with an agent that doesn't go to Disney on a regular basis. Amen. Because
absolutely.
She swears by that. Stephanie Kinsey swears by that. She's a perfect example of one of our very best Mickey's best. And it's the truth. Why do you want to book with somebody that's been to Disney once every 4 years?
Amen.
It's not, yeah, amen. I mean, no disrespect to people who haven't been in a while, but that's not where I would want my planning to be at.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there's a difference between knowing it and actually experiencing it.
Well, we don't only work as travel planners, selling Disney destinations. We experience it ourselves. Like
Absolutely.
we're fans as well as travel planners. So when you go on vacation, Rita, you're going to Disney. When I go on vacation, I live here at Disney, but I'm still going to Disney, or I'm going on Disney cruise.
I was going to say, you're going on a cruise when you go on vacation.
Or I'm going to Disneyland in California. So my vacations are always Disney centered. Your vacations are we're all mostly Disney centered except for that occasional beach trip that we pout because we're not at Disney. I'm sorry. It's just the truth.
That's true.
Or the occasional trip to Universal because you have to please your husband.
Or the butterbeer. I'll go to Universal for the butterbeer. At $7 a pop, I left there spending $80 to $90 in butterbeer.
It's totally worth
I
it.
was so happy. Abigail was so happy with her butterbeer. It was the cutest thing ever. But yeah, Universal, we sell it. We're all Universal specialists, and we would be more than happy to sell that to you. It's not our forefront love, but Universal is a great add-on to a Disney vacation, and even a great weekend getaway. So for sure, we're your people for Universal too. And I'm an annual pass holder at Universal. I go there, I experience the seasons just like I do Disney.
Well, truth is the Harry Potter, the wizarding world of Harry Potter is on par with Disney.
It is, yeah, amazing. Very immersive. A lot like, the Disney. That's the one thing Universal got right is the Harry Potter attractions. They're amazing, and they're very well done. Very well done.
That's what Sarah just said. She said, if you love immersive experiences, Universal is awesome for Harry Potter fans.
Yeah.
It's no flight of passage, but it's good.
I'm looking forward to it. Because we do sell it.
Are you going in November?
I am.
Cool.
I am. And Minnie, my oldest, is very, very excited.
She'll love it.
Oh, okay. So Scott Johnson says that we get the DAS pass for my son, which is wonderful. It accommodates with disabilities. And yes, and yes. I have had several clients who have used that, and I know some of us have had personal experiences with that, and I think that it definitely needs to be used if you need it, because it will help make your vacation a lot more magical.
Yeah, Scott, my 22-year-old son is severely autistic, so if not for that pass, we would have never been able to introduce him to Disney and make that a part of our life. So yeah, the DAS pass is amazing, and they do such a great job with it. And there's also an alternative one at Universal as well. Nobody does it as well as Disney, but they do have one at Universal as well.
Cool. Yeah. I'm glad to hear that. All right.
Sherry's husband has one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an excellent. I mean, I have several clients who have used it, and I just am so grateful that it's there for those clients.
It really is wonderful. And anybody who has those kind of situations, please let your travel planner know, because we got detailed instructions on how to obtain that, and we only offer that information to people who come to us with those kind of needs.
Okay, so Sarah says DAS, the disability pass, is also good for people with unexpected injuries too. Yeah, so you break your foot before you go, which life happens, and you don't want to change your vacation for that. I know I could have used one the summer I went down when I was 6 months pregnant with Minnie, personally, because my feet swelled up. But anyway. All right, so let's see. Okay, so I'm going to get really specific here with a couple of mine. So one of, I think, rookie mistakes is sleeping in every day.
Definitely.
Yes, it's important that you get to those parks really, really early.
Rope drop is important for certain parks. If you want to get on the Toy Story attractions, that would maybe be one of our suggestions, is to get there at rope drop. Take advantage of extra magic hours. So, you're going to be missing out on a lot of magic. Also, take advantage of the evening hours. Don't you guys agree?
Oh, yeah.
your children.
Absolutely, especially for Toy Story.
Or if you can get some naps in for the younger kids, fill them full of sugar, they'll be all right. You know?
And that's what we do. Fill them full of sugar, but we nap. We always.
Yeah. Oh, I nap. I can't live without napping. Napping is my life. I mean, like,
Are you kidding me? Naps are always better at Disney.
They are.
Right.
And also the Magic Kingdom. Okay, the Magic Kingdom being there at Rope Drop. Everybody goes to the Magic Kingdom. They want to spend their mornings in Fantasyland, and you can get Fantasyland done in its entirety between 9 and noon, pretty much, if you do it right. And I think that's really important, getting there early. Yeah, Nicole says, get up early, take naps, and then go back. Absolutely, 100%. That's exactly what you should do.
And Sarah's right. Nothing beats nighttime at the Disney parks. It's amazing. The fireworks shows. It just is so, I mean, just that feeling of being there at night. It's just amazing. Especially at like Disneyland.
Yes.
Where they have the twinkling trees and, love.
Well, World of Color and maybe I'm a little off because I know Sarah, you just got back. Well, Nicole too. You guys just got back from Disneyland. And that I've never in my life seen anything like World of Color.
I think World of Color was down when they were there.
Yeah,
actually.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But that in itself, that whole nighttime adventure, World of Color.
How did you ugly cry the first time you saw World of Color?
Yeah.
Because I ugly cried. It was awful.
Yeah. It's truly like it makes it. Well, anyway, I can go on and on.
It's that encompassing of Walt and that all those thoughts. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yep.
Just amazing.
All right, so mine was Sleeping In. Do you guys have another one you want to add in?
Not making dining reservations.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Especially for those hard to get ones.
So you guys, I mean, we're not saying we can't do last minute trips. We're not saying that. But I'll tell you, if you want the best trip ever and you want it planned to a T, get a hold of us before 180 days before your travel date. That way we can make a game plan for your dining. We could get those set up 180 days. And then fast passes are 60 days before travel, right?
Yep.
If you contact us 7 months before travel, we can make all kinds of magic for you. All kinds of magic.
Plus, you get all that time to pay off the vacation. I mean,
yeah, it's $200 down. The rest is 30 days before travel. And guess what? Middle of the magic, we don't mind taking payments.
Nope.
We can set you up on a payment plan. You can call us whenever you want to make payments. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so I got a few more I'm going to throw in, so feel free to throw in as you hear these. Okay, so this is going to be controversial. This is really, maybe this is just a Rita thing, but here in Tennessee, we have this restaurant, and so when I hear people who want to book it, I go, Rainforest Cafe. I always say at Animal Kingdom. I understand why people want to go to it at Disney Springs, but Rainforest Cafe, not the greatest food in the world. I think you should skip it, and people want to book it all the time.
If you have the dining plan, it's a really bad choice.
Yeah.
Because if you could experience Tusker House with those great characters,
yes,
and get that Rivers of Light package, right?
Yes. Yes,
or go to Rainforest Cafe. I'm going for Tusker and I'm going for Tusker and Rivers of Light. I mean, I would personally rather have the quick service at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, that's what I was
going to say.
If that
was the case, Flame Tree is going to be one of the best quick service you find around Disney property. We didn't even mention that a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got Flame Tree, you've got Saute Cafe Canteen.
I like Wolfgang Puck Express.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah.
But for Animal Kingdom, like you definitely want to hit that Tusker House, and then if you have the deluxe dining plan,
Tiffin's
is amazing. I got a 4th grade palate over here, and I like Tiffin's. I mean, I did.
I'm glad to hear. I'm really glad to hear that because I have not eaten at Tiffin's yet.
I liked it really well. I went with the Earmark Council right when it opened, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I knew that the menu was a little bit adventurous, and I'm okay with being adventurous, but not everybody in my family is okay with being adventurous. And so I was thinking, and I kind of regret Henry and I should have eaten there last time when we didn't have the kids. But yeah, I'm really wanting to do Tiffin's. Good. All right, here's another one.
Sorry, I'm reading some of the comments. It's funny. Between Stephanie and Sarah.
Stephanie never does early. But she'll shut down a park. She's seen a Kiss Goodnight more than anybody on the planet. I guarantee it.
I love Kiss Goodnight.
And Sarah says she's right there with her. She'll shut the park down.
Oh yeah, I just do early and nap a lot, and then do late. I can't do all day. Well, that's such. Well, I don't know if any of you guys saw what happened to me after my 4-part challenge. It was all day, but we got back to the room at around 8:30, and I was out in 10 minutes. I was asleep in my clothes.
I would have done that. I did the 4 parks 1 day challenge probably 9 years ago with my friend Joy and a old travel agent buddy of mine. And it was exhausting. We did it like by 6 o'clock that evening.
It's fun.
And then we went to Chef Mickey's with a group of people. Then we went back to Magic Kingdom, and I was like dead, like just dead. It was awesome though. My husband and I are talking about, doing the Disneyland and the Disney World. I think we could totally pull that off in 24 hours.
That would be awesome.
Because we live here, and we could go over and do that and then fly out to California. I'm like, because he was like, you could do it? You could do it. So, yeah.
Man.
We could, we all can do that. It's amazing.
Yeah, I've thought about it here recently.
Totally.
Anyway.
Totally do it.
Another conversation for another time.
I have one that we haven't mentioned. I don't know how big y'all think it is, but from somebody from Texas, the first time I went, I was in high school, and I didn't think too much about it because I was in high school, and I expected somebody else to take care of it for me, right? So, but the climate change and the need for a jacket or sunscreen, because I didn't pack sunscreen, and I got really sunburned. We were there for spring break, so I got a nickname, after that. So yeah,
that's true, actually. But
I know something too. Don't feed into what everybody's telling you. Like, don't listen to everything about your Disney vacation, right? So-and-so went to Disney one time and they're an expert at it. Or I'm trolling every fan board on this planet. Like, trust the people that you booked with to make that magic. And I guarantee you our travel agency and our planners know every single question you throw at them. Because we have been doing this I've been doing it for 11 years. And most of my agents have been doing it basically their whole lives. It was not being, you know what I mean? I've been a travel planner 11 years. I've been an agency owner for 6, but we've been going to Disney forever. So yeah, I would challenge us with a question we probably didn't know or couldn't answer within our inner circle.
That's the truth. And
and Tracy,
just real quick,
no,
Bridget.
I was just going to say.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I was just going to say the difference I think about our agency too is like me being kind of the newbie. Is if I have a question, I'm not afraid to ask like Tracy or you or anybody else.
Well,
you're new, really? I thought you've been around forever.
Well, and if you are listening, if you are a client and you are reading those blogs, instead of just ask us. We'll tell you if it's right or not.
I'll tell you. This is why you hire us. We are absolute Disney experts. We know the answers, and we are here to we're not here to hijack your trip. We're here to enhance your trip.
That's right.
So we want to give you the trip that you want 2.0.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, so Stephanie says the lounge bar at Tiffin's is open for walk-ins and has some very unique cocktails. So,
interesting, yeah. I had a watermelon margarita there. That was really good.
Ooh, Sarah, that's a good comment. When you book with all of us, you get the knowledge of 30+ beaches.
Amen.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hey, I'm gonna throw out a shameless plug here, if nobody minds. We are looking for experienced travel planners / Disney enthusiasts to join our team of 30+ agents. I'm going to tell you that, we have a very friendly, non-competitive atmosphere.
Yes.
We reward people. We have a very generous commission split. It's just a really great place to work. And we do, we're not looking for hobbyists. We're not looking for people that sell 1 or 2 trips a year to grandma and grandpa. We're looking for people that want to make a serious Disney commitment, right?
Yes.
And build a clientele. And in turn, work with some of the greatest people you'll ever meet and feel a part of that Disney family and fill that void that you don't get when you're at Disney. I mean, it's an amazing way of keeping that Disney spirit alive when you're not at Disney. So you can go to middleofthemagictravel.com and click join our team and fill out the application. We are always looking for qualified people to come and join our team and become a part of the Middle of the Magic family.
We are awesome. I'm just saying.
I'm not biased at all. No.
I think so. I really do. I mean, we've got, we've evolved over the years, and I think right now we truly have the dream team, and we're looking for like-minded people to be a part of it.
Yes.
So, if you go to Disney on at least a yearly basis, you have a lot of Disney knowledge to offer people. Send in an application, see what happens.
Yep, I agree. All right, I got a couple more. Okay.
Go for it.
Okay.
Not putting mom and dad not being in the photos.
Memory maker.
Yep. Like mom and dad are taking pictures and they're not in the photos, so you're not using Memory Maker.
Or those crazy selfies you're trying to get everybody in.
Yeah.
Squeeze.
Worst selfie taker on the planet. My head always looks, Give me the Psycho-Pass photographer, please.
Well, I work with teenagers, so they've taught me the art of selfies.
Lou should have taught me the art of selfie.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I just could never catch on. I've got like Tyrannosaurus arms or something. I don't know.
Leaving the parks when it rains. I think.
Oh,
yes.
Heck no. No, that's when it's fun. If you're from Florida, you don't care anyway. You just walk through it without a poncho. But, like, I never wear a poncho. Ponchos are hot and sticky.
Yes.
But, don't ever leave the park when it's raining. Hit all the attractions. I mean, think about it. Magic Kingdom, all the indoor attractions. Epcot, all the indoor attractions. There's so many indoor attractions. And if you know it's going to rain, pick the appropriate park. If you need to tweak some times or some fast passes, sometimes it's worth it to go to a park that has a lot more indoor attractions.
Well, and if attraction's down, you'll still get to use that fast pass even if that time passes, which happens honestly, it happens pretty regularly with Test Track. So,
that Sherry knows. Rain means a lot less people, Sherry, and smaller lines and more magic for the wet people.
Well, I even, with that being said, also, when it's hot too, if you can stand the heat, go into an inside attraction such as the Tiki Room if you can tolerate the birds and get a Dole Whip.
Tolerate the birds. The birds were the best thing ever.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I love the Tiki. The Tiki Room it's sentimental for me.
You know what? At Disneyland, you can bring your Dole Whip into their Tiki Room.
That's what I was gonna say. Can you do that? That's cool.
At Disneyland, you can.
Ooh, I can't wait to do that.
Yeah.
So I gotta figure this out. Anyway. All right. So my last one that everybody knows about, but I'm going to say it anyway, is buying bottled water because you can get ice water for free inside Disney.
The annual pass holder, I don't spend any money when I go to the parks unless I'm eating a meal. We always get the ice water, and then you could buy the refillable popcorn buckets.
Yes.
I think it's like $10 right off the bat, and then you fill them up for $1.75, including the flavored popcorns at Epcot. So you can get the cheddar popcorn and all that yummy popcorn. $1.75 and waters. You got a snack for 4 people.
Awesome.
All right, I think the next video needs to be Tracy doing Middle of the Magic on a budget.
Hey, I've got some real budget tips, that's for sure.
Well, if you live here, realistically, you can't go to Le Cellier every day and eat 3 snacks. You know what I mean? It's not doable for people.
Well,
you learn how to do it.
Even us, like Henry and I mean, anybody who follows us knows we go down there 3 times a year, or I am down there 3 times or more a year.
I mean, you were there in July. You were there in October. You're going to be back there in November. You're
yeah.
got a little bit of a Disney problem, Rita. I'm just
Yeah.
going to say. Like, hi, I'm Rita. I've got a Disney addiction.
Well, and I'll tell you what I do, though. When I truly spend my money at Disney, it's when I take my family vacations, like when we're there for the week. And then all those other times that I'm there, I'm very frugal. Very frugal when it comes. Because, I mean, I can't go down there and spend that kind of money every time I go down.
We spend good money when we're there for, like, special occasions.
Yeah.
Like Mom's Day in the Park. Woohoo!
Yes. Yes.
Speaking of that.
Go, Bridget. Mom's Day in the Park. Tell us all about it.
Okay. Well, speaking of Mom's Day in the Park, y'all, it's February 28th through March 3rd, and it's not just for moms. I mean, I'm not a mom, but I'm going. So I think, anybody else can go, and I think it would be a great time for anybody. Get your girlfriends together. We're going to have discounted rooms and theme park tickets. We're having a pajama party. We're going to have themed cocktail parties, a scavenger hunt. Yeah. And then we're also getting, like, one-of-a-kind mouse ears. And so I think it would be great. And I think you should all go, not just because I'm going and Rita's going and Tracy's going and Sarah's going.
All the cool kids are going. So
all the cool kids are going.
Yeah.
So you need to be one of the cool kids.
I've never been cool.
Rita, you are so Disney cool. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
Top girl. And then this is the brainchild of Sarah Mayhew.
Yes.
This Mom's Day in the Park is a phenomenal idea. We're looking so forward to getting to meet our clients, which are really not our clients, you're our guests, you're our Middle of the Magic family. So we're looking forward to having a girls' weekend with you. And, having some cocktails, doing some Disney trivia, eating a bunch of ice cream. I mean, it'll be great. It'll be great.
I've been
eating Mickey-shaped items.
Yes.
I've
been chatting it up with some people from church for a ladies' weekend there. I'm like, come on, let's do a ladies' weekend. I think this is a great opportunity, and I cannot wait to see how it.
I just got an idea: Disney karaoke. There's a karaoke machine. That is it. We are doing Disney karaoke. That's it.
I have Disney karaoke for the Wii.
Y'all don't want me to sing, but I totally will.
It's going to be so fun. Oh my gosh.
Sarah,
okay,
I hope you wrote that down.
Want to go? No, you're going to want to go because we're doing Disney karaoke. So there you go.
Yep.
Sarah, get your singing voice on, girl.
She said, no stress. Focus on yourself and have fun. So thank you so much, Bridget, for bringing that information. And remember to keep this Mom's Day in the Park. This is a great time.
It's going to be so fun. So much fun, and we're looking forward to it.
Yes. So with that said, I will be there bringing some Dis Nerds Life information with me, some trivia. Might even take a little stroll down Main Street and point out some Disney stuff for you guys, some things that might be overlooked. So with that said, I am totally getting ready to put my guests on the spot. They don't know I'm doing this, but I've got some Disney trivia for you.
Oh, I'm walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA.
Oh my gosh, Sarah, Bridget. Oh, Sarah said that Mom's Day in the Park is a great idea for if you want something for Christmas.
Oh my gosh,
Ooh.
yeah. What an excellent idea. Yeah. Give the gift of Disney to your wife or your girlfriend, or just make it it's your girlfriend's, like all the girls get together and like, well, this is what we're doing for Christmas presents.
Yeah, I need to.
There you go.
All right, so you ready for your trivia?
Love it.
All right, so.
Not really.
You're going to know this. All right, so originally the Haunted Mansion was not going to have Doom buggies. Okay? The Doom buggies are the Omni movers that move you around on Haunted Mansion. Do you know what originally it was going to be?
It was going to be a wax museum, and it was going to be called something of the weird.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes. Good job, Tracy. Yes. There's actually, and I don't have it with me, but it
was like the Museum of the Weird or something.
Yes.
And it was supposed to be like a wax walkthrough. museum.
Very good.
And I know that because of walking those footsteps at the Disneyland that I've went to several times.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
How cool.
So, big, I mean, that's why Rena and I, we have a bond.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Gotta love. Oh, anyway.
I knew it.
Good job, Tracy. Did you know it, Bridget?
No, but I figured, with Disneyland, don't you walk through a little bit more at the Disneyland attraction? Or is it pretty much the same setup?
You walk through the portrait room, don't you?
Okay, because I was thinking,
and like the
that's
bus
what I was, yeah.
like you could see them moving. It's definitely different. The Hatbox Ghost is it. Like, they've added that for the 60th. Like, I'm so obsessed with the Hatbox Ghost. It's ridiculous. But,
there's plenty of room for the Hatbox Ghost in Walt Disney World. I'm just saying.
Everything's better at Disneyland. Sorry. I'm just going to say it. Everything's better at Disneyland.
Including Tower of Terror, which is now Guardians of the Galaxy. But anyway.
I would not I hate Tower of Terror. It scares the bejeebers out of me. I got up Extra Magic Hour at Disneyland, rode it 5 times in a row by myself.
Best attraction you've ever been on, really.
While my lazy boys were in bed.
All right. So we've got to round out this conversation because we've been in for an hour, and thank you guys who have stuck with us.
Yay.
And please remember that if you are wanting to go to Walt Disney World, Disney Cruise Line, Disneyland, of course, we also have the Vero Beach and Hilton Head.
And the Lonnie.
Yeah, and the Lonnie. And yeah, so we are all...
and the Shadowlands.
And the Shadowlands, and many, many more. But contact your Middle of the Magic travel agency, a travel agent, and they will get you set up. Guys, thank you so much for coming on, and we will be back next week.
Stay magical, everyone.
Absolutely. Have
Bye, everybody.
Fantastic week. Good night, guys.
Love it.